Why am I crying? This is an emotional one, guys. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Ray over here. If you're new here, and please do subscribe. Please guys, subscribe. Now I love, even if you're new here, and if you're my returning subscriber. I love you guys. I love you guys. To the moon, back, and then back to Mercury, and then back to Mars, and then Jupiter, and then back to Earth. I love you that much. Okay, don't forget to like this video for a mama. I just came back from a long holiday. Nilijipatia off. That's the goodness of working on YouTube. You're your own boss. Your BD determines how much you're gonna be paid. So basically, last month I didn't get no money because I didn't work, but it's okay. I'm here now. I needed the rest for my mental health. I really needed the rest, and I thank God I took the rest I needed. And guys, I'll give you a life update. A lot happened between that time and now. We'll talk, but it's not on this video. On this video, we're talking about women and sexual assault. You know, they're going higher and higher, and men are becoming so, like, you know, disrespectful in ways that you can never imagine. Like, guys, it's too much, you know. Like, if you're in Kenya, I'm recording this on Women's Day. Hopefully I'll upload this tomorrow, but if I don't, we'll still get it. So before today, there was an incident that happened in Nairobi, and it was a gang of border guys, and they were sexually assaulting a lady. She was in her car, and they were pulling her. Like, there were so many of them, like 10, which was so really unfair. Like, wow. And she was screaming for help. Nobody could help. None of them, even then, I know they have daughters, could say, just leave this child, this lady alone, let her go. Hata kama amegonga mtu wa boda, man is to error. But after that, why are you crucifying someone? You have how many? Like, seriously. Anyway, so after that, I just remembered my ordeal of sexual harassment in South Sudan. It didn't happen in Nairobi, guys. Yani, it was rape. It was rape at gunpoint. Na sio gun tudogo. No, it was AK-47, guys. AK-47, zile kubwa. Guys, even before I start telling my story, you guys, by the way, you have missed me, and you were just like, where we need the stories. I'm back, and because I'm back, guys, please like. I give you a lot of my life, and guys, it's a bit draining sometimes. So, like, in a video, these stories are for you guys, you know, learn from this. So I will just tell you a small history of South Sudan. South Sudan is a very new country. Just the other day, actually, they got the independence in July 2011, and ijua itukasie story hapa udaku, itukasie udaku. So Juba just got independence just in 2011 in July. So they're going to be going to their 22nd year, to their 11th year of independence. So it's a very young country. You have to understand that these people have been at war. Most of them were born into war. So there's nothing they know about humanity. They know war. Wanajua ni kuwana. They have seen their parents being killed. They have seen their siblings being killed. They have seen their neighbors turn against them and kill them. Like, they have seen their fellow, like, they have seen the rough of the roughest days of their lives. So when I'm talking about this story, put that in your mind, and you just know that nobody's born when they are bad. Nobody is born when they are, you know, everyone will adapt to their environment, and those guys have adapted to the war environment, and those are the people I'm talking about. Those are the people I'm dealing with on the ground, you know. Kwa ground vitu ni different. So guys, Juba is a totally different world from here. As I had told you guys, if you're a new person here, I used to work in Juba, and I worked there for a while, 6-7 years, and it was when they were having their independence. I was there, so I went there kitambo, and I've seen the country grow. But on this particular day, it was just the day I decided to leave Juba. Like, it was just one of those days. It was one of my last days in Juba, actually. So it was a weekend. I will never forget this day, because manze, hii siku ilikuwa mrefu. Unajua shida za kujitakia, yani nilienda tu kujitafutia shida. Listen to this story, guys. So it was on a weekend, and as you all know, guys, I have formal, and mimi ni ule msichana siwezi kukaa kwa nyumba weekend. And at this particular time, I was living with my boyfriend. The whole time I was in Juba, I was living with my boyfriend. And boyfriend yangu yo siku sijua ali decide nini. Actually, it was it. So my boyfriend at that day had requested me to that Saturday. He had requested me to stay at home. We just chill at home, but he wanted to be out for for just an hour, 2 hours, and then he would get back. Yeah, that's what he had told me. So he requested me to stay back at home. We had ordered in food, so I ate. And mimi na moshene yangu, I don't know even where the moshene came from. My friend called me, my neighbor. We used to live in an estate called Tompin Woodlands in South Sudan. It was just full of Kenyans, and it was like an estate, but kulikuwa na nyumba. Yani, it was just vibes. So there were these Ethiopians who are living there. So one girl, she hollered at me, and she was like, "Hey Rachel, where are you?" I was like, "I'm at home." When you what's up? And she was like, we go to Crown. And mimi nimeamua nikae kwa nyumba. Remember guys, na boyfriend anasemana anakuja in a bit. But my nosiness and my FOMO would not allow me to just sit at home and just wait for my boyfriend to get back, and we cuddle and watch a movie on wine or some drink, you know, some shisha. I remember we used to love shisha. He used to smoke shisha every day. I would make shisha for him. Anyway, all good days. So instead of me just chilling at home, nikachukwana na huyu Habesh, this Ethiopian girl. So she picked me from, of course, my door, and she was like, actually I'm with my boyfriend, and he's the one driving us to where we are going. We were going to Crown Plaza. I remember it was the heat, yani that time Crown Plaza ndio ilikuwa imeshika. Alafu I wanted to go and see who, and I knew my boyfriend is at Crown Plaza. That's why I actually even accepted to go there. I wanted to go and see what he was up to. Huko kulikuwa na nini that me ataki niende, ataniambia nigoje 1 hour. Anyway, mimi ni yule tu mtu kichwa ngumu tinikae. Kwanza ukiniambia nikae siwezi, nitakufuata. Na nimepata company. Mimi nikaenda haraka nikaingia kwa gari. I'll never forget. It was a Noah. Those Noahs. Zile Noahs za kitambo, not this new Noahs. The other Noahs. Kwanza zilikuwa zimejaa Juba hivi. Everyone used to have a Noah. If not a Noah, a TX, Prado TX. If not a Prado TX, they would have a, now sasa wale wamejiweza ama V8. Magari wewe nimepanda kule Juba wewe. Huku it's just fununu. napandanga tu Uber. Anyway, so guys, tukaingia kanoa. Mimi nilikuwa nimekaa nyuma au nimekaa mbele. Wapenzi wapendwa Jesus. So guys, and where we were going and from my home was around, it was not even more than 10 minutes. And you know, Juba, there's no traffic, yani it's just smooth all the way, haraka. But there's one thing that happens in Juba. There are always there are police are at night, who, I don't know if they still have this, but they used to have checkpoints around roundabouts. You go to any roundabout, you will find a checkpoint with like a car, soldier car, standing there with a lot of soldiers, and you guys had to come out of the car. Musachiwe, muchapwe, muibiwe pesa. Like guys, Juba is not a joke. And me, sikuji kwaibisha Juba. By the way, Juba has made me who I am right now today. Kama sio pesa ya Juba, mimi singekuwa hapa. Anyway, I'm not actually trying to shame Juba or anything, but guys, Juba is a different world. Let me give you an example of how it's so different. There is a time, yeah, unaona venye State House, hii State House muna randa hapo tu, munapita, mnafanya all the takatakas you want when you're drunk, at night, in the morning, anytime. In Juba si hivyo. Let me give you a scenario. My friends, they were drunk. I don't know, from one of my friends. Now he was giving me this story that had happened to them. So they were drunk and they were moving from somewhere, and they had to go. They didn't have to, but they decided to go through the State House of South Sudan. And they were Kenyans. And at that time, usisahau hao watu wanakuanga na ubaya na wa Kenya na Waganda. Yani, if you're not one of them, they don't take you lightly, they don't take you nicely. And guys, wale watu walikuwa wanatembelea hapo, walishikwa. Kuna kwanga na ma soldiers wengi pale katikati ya ile, yani on the road side kuna magari zimesimamishwa za soldiers. Wale watu walisimamishwa, wakatolewa one by one kwa gari, wakaambiwa wavue trousers. Walinyoroshwa na nyanyahunyu na Wasudani. I can just imagine. Na wale watu hawana huruma. Juba is not a city of joking around, guys. It's not a city of kupeleka ukiherehere huko. Mimi hata kiherehere yangu iliishia Juba, kwa sababu pale upeleki unyofu utanyoroshwa. Like, let me give you another example. Ato ukikuwa na boyfriend yako, you're with your boyfriend, not even boyfriend, let's say you are a couple, husband and wife, a married couple working in Juba. You have decided to go out for drinks. I'm talking about those times. Me, I don't know if it has changed. I've been in Nairobi now for 5 years. I don't know if it's changed. But those times, if you are found on a table, drinking or whatever you're doing, your shenanigans, and the Sudanese spots your girlfriend and likes your girlfriend, anatoa tu hivi gun, anakuambia nataka girlfriend yako, bibi yako, yani nenda naye kidogo na atarudi, and you will accept or you die. So that is what the kind of country, city I'm dealing with right now. So tukaenda, hata tujafika 5 minutes, mimi kwa pale nyuma, mimi nafikiria tu, this guy will be shocked to see me here. Nitaona kona nani? Shock on me. The shock was on me, not him. Tukapanana na watu wamesimama pale kwa Ika Junction. Hata si junction, it was just a T junction. Si zile ma junction wanasimamanga. Paka I was like, kwani leo wamedecide kusimama hapa kwa nini? And remember, there were just 2 soldiers wearing uniform, and they didn't have the official car. They had a RAV4. I remember, I'll never forget. It was a maroon RAV4, the old RAV4, zile za kitambo. Wachata, 3 models back. Zile RAV4, Toyota RAV, my god. Wakatusimamisha, walikuwa na guns. Sisi tukasimama kawaida tukijua ni checkpoint, watatuharas Kenya, wanatuharasingi tuachiliwe twende. As Kenyans, as Ugandans, as Ethiopians, we're used to this shit there. And that's why mostly you would always walk with a Sudanese. You would walk with a Sudanese in your crowd. Like you would always, like when you're in Juba, you have to walk with a South Sudanese who you know. Otherwise, to survive pale ni ngumu. Because if you don't know Arabic, guys, me I have been slapped. Guys, my slaps zawa South Sudanese. Enyewe, we tunaenda kutafuta pesa kwa wenyewe, afadhali tu nikae huku kwetu. But now guys, afadhali tu tukae huku kwetu. Sasa sisi tumeona wale masoldiers wawili pale na karafo kao, tukasimama tu kama kawaida. Sasa kusimama hata waku take time, wakasema wakachukua mwanaume wakamchukua kwa actually, yes, this is what happened. They removed all of us from the car. Wakasema where are your phones, tukawapatia. Mimi nilikuwa na phone 2, ile nyingine nikabakisha. I actually had 2 iPhones on me. Yana sijui nilikuwa nabeba masimu 2 za nini surely. Sasa nikampatia simu moja, nikabaki na moja. Mimi sikujua things would get rough. Yani things went from 0 to 100 real quick. I didn't know how it happened, but it happened. So after wamechukua masimu, wakaambia ule the driver now, the Ethiopian guy, enter the other car, your Noah. Mmoja akaingia ile Noah, akadrive. Kudrive, sisi tukaingizwa kwa akudrive, akatugojea of course, akatuingiza kwa rafo huyo mwingine. Na wetushikia gun, msisahau kuna gun in this whole scenario. So akatuweka kwa rafo huko nyuma, yana drive, tukafuata hao wase. Tukampeleka kwa forest place ajui. Wakachukua ufunguo yake. Why am I talking in Swahili? So they took we followed them to where they were going, and then they took us to some forest. It was just a ground, some deserted place, let's just say that. And they locked the Noah and locked the guy out there. And it was at night. It was around, let me just say, it was around 12. All this was happening at around 12 o'clock. So who will find him there? How will he move from there? If he moves again, he will find more South Sudanese who are in need of you know, hapo ni kama kwanza kutembea kwa forest peke yako, utakutana na lions. Hata kama lion ilikuwa inakukula, utakuliwa na ingine. So where is he going? He has to stay there and wait for morning or something, and then I don't know. So he was stranded there. The other South Sudanese entered the car. Now there are 2 in front and us 2 at the back. So they drove off, and they're holding their guns. One is driving, one is holding the gun. And there was the small one, there was a smaller one. The one was driving. There was a giant one who was holding the gun. Sasa wako hapo, wanaanza kudrive, wanaanza kutushika matiti. They started, the one who was holding the gun, he's just turning, just, you know, massaging our breasts, you know. Wewe sasa alafu akaanza kutuambia to strip. Sasa sisi tunataka kunegotiate, na unajua mimi ile simu nyingine niliweka kwa matiti. Sasa anaenda kushika hivi matiti yangu, na sasa kiasikia simu tunaanza kunegotiate, please sijui nini. Nikatoa simu nikaweka kwa gari pale chini below the mat ndio asione, because I knew if anything was going to happen, like we get time, I would use that phone to call for help. But now the thing is, waka to drive now, the drive's very fast. You know, Juba is very small, so waka get to another secluded place, and it was a ground. They had big grounds and like trees, but we were in the open ground up in the middle. Wakaenda wakapark in the middle, and then they forced us to strip. Hey, and remember, we negotiated with those guys. They refused. Because I really tried to negotiate with them. I was just saying, please forgive us. We'll never move at night ever again. Please don't do this to us. Why are you taking us? Just take us home. That is training. Just shut up, don't talk, shut up, we don't want to hear anything. Remove your clothes, remove. And you know, South Sudanese, when they see Kenyans and Ethiopians, they become crazy, they become horny times 2. Yeah, so hapa nilikuwa najua tuko kwa matata. Me, my Ethiopian girl here, I don't know, I won't talk a lot about her, because at the end of the day, I won't talk a lot about her. But this girl, when you were in the middle of negotiating, you know, I'm trying to negotiate to come out of this rape, chick happened to ask, do you have condoms? Do you have condoms? If you have condoms, let's do this, man. I'm tired, let's go home. And the guy who was driving was like, yeah, we have condoms, and he just pulled that front the car compartment. He just opened it, pulled some condoms, and she was like, let's go do it somewhere. So I was like, where are they going to do it? So me, I was left with this giant. Now who giant ndo alikuwa na ile gun awachili, akaniambia akaniambia no, why are you refusing? Are you special? Why did your friend say it's okay? Why are you refusing? You think you're special? Coffee. Akaniambia, Tongo, remove your clothes, remove them right now. Nikamwambia, oh, okay, it's okay then. Okay then, also okay, you do this. You actually, he had come backwards after those ones went outside. He came behind, and that's the time he started beating me to strip up. And he was actually holding the G7X at G7. He was holding the AK-47 on my ass like this. You know, he was telling me, you have to strip. Who are you? I will have to rape you. And I was like, now God, this is the end of me. For me, I was praying, guys. I prayed. I've never prayed like that day. I prayed the whole time, the whole journey, from the time we met them. I was praying till the time we like, guys, I prayed. There's no prayer that I did not make. I prayed. I called unto, prayed upon the heavens to open and save me, guys. I prayed, guys. I prayed. And I remember I wasn't shaking so much, but I knew I wasn't going to do anything with this guy. And for me, I had been in a relationship with my ex-boyfriend for like the longest time. Let's just say 6 to 7 years. So at that time, I had only had one guy. And now, the other, after this, I was going to get raped after. I was not going to, like, I was not going, like, guys, I was not bringing myself to the imagination. I was not in, like, guys, I was just like, no, this is not happening. Like, how? Why? Guys, I was like, I was going crazy. And at the same time, praying for something to happen. Like, guys, God anakuanga na watu wake. God, ukimuomba hawezi kulet down. Mungu hawezi let down mtu. By the way, ni sisi hatuombangi. Let's pray more often. So I stripped because the guy was beating me up. This was a gun. I wasn't going to lose my life. So I stripped naked. Venye nilizaliwa nilikuwa noi. and I asked him like, please also use condoms. Na mnakumbuka condoms ziko pale mbele kwa the car compartment pale mbele. The glove compartment of the car. Sasa he had to reach out to the compartment to get the condoms. And as he was getting the condoms, I told him, please, I want to susu. Like, we can't do it when I want to susu. I really want to susu. I'm naked. I'm not going anywhere. And then I gave him those eyes for huruma, you know. Like, please, let me just go susu. I can't go anywhere when I'm naked. Nah, nyarikwabia. I would rather walk the whole world while I'm naked rather than get fucked by you. Oh, mtu hakujua ni like God alishuka. Yani he gave me those brains to tell him that, guys, God will open ways for you. Ways that you can never see. Alinipatia hiyo akili ya kuniambia nasikia kususu. Nikashuka. Ati nasusu hapa si ako hii side na mimi niko hii side. Mimi nikashuka hii side. Yeye ako excited. He's about to feast on a Kenyan girl. He's about to feast on her. Anaweka condom hapo, ako hivi, ako ready, Kitu imesimama hivi ina. Mimi niliona hivyo kwanza, nikasema huyu anijui. Mimi nilishuka hivi karafo. Wow. Niko uchi is 12 in the middle of nowhere. It's dark. But guys, I'm barefoot. Don't forget I'm barefoot. Na mimi sitembea barefoot to save my life. But hiyo siku, sema kukimbia kama kaswara. Nilifanya hivi guys. Nilishuka gari. You remember the other couple that had gone before us outside? Yeah, so I didn't know where they were. So nikashuka gari hivi. Nikaangalia kwaona wako wapi. It was an open ground. I didn't see nobody. Where were they? Me, I didn't know. Maybe walikuwa kwa manyasi. Mimi nikasema hata mimi niende nika get help. Nikuje nichukue msichana. Mimi kama kaswara. Wala watu wanavaa kondom kwa gari. But I did notice kadem kameenda. He didn't notice like I'm running away. I think it's because I was naked and you know the color, this our color ni kama camouflage to the environment. So it actually helped me being naked. Na kukuwa na vitu nanishi nilienda mbio wase. I never looked back. Nilisema tu kama nataka kushoot, I shoot nikikimbia. I don't fucking care. But I ain't gonna fuck this guy. I'm not gonna let him assault me. No. I'm not gonna let him rape me. No. And as I was running, guys, I prayed. I was just like, God is Jehovah. Yani watu mnakula ni move, nili act. Nilikimbia. Gates zote zilikuwa locked. After like 2-3 minutes, I reached a place where they had gates, but those gates were locked. They were for, I think, you at UN. It was private organizations, homes, and something. I don't know what they were, but there was this particular one gate I'll never forget. When you pass it, they were all dark, but when you pass this particular gate, they had these lights that they were going on when the sensor lights that sense you when you're coming, and then they light up, they go off. So when they lit up, I knew automatically there were people here, or I don't know, God just sent me there. So guys, I'm running because there's someone behind me, and I don't have time. So I went. I knocked. All that, but I tried to knock at the other gates, but no one opened. But this gate, someone actually peeped And when they peeped and I saw it was someone, hey, me, I was just like, please, help me, please. The people after me, please. And he saw I was naked. But guys, I cried tears. I was like, please, heaven. And then he started asking me, and I think there were two. He started asking me, Ati, so how will we know if you are the thieves? You're just trying to confuse us so that we can open for you and you're together with the thieves, or how will we know, like, you know, for our own security we can't open? And I was like, oh my God, Heavenly Father, if you leave me here, you're my only chance. You cannot do this to me, please. And then by luck, or is it by prayer, by God's grace, guys, by God's grace, mtu akatoka kwa nyumba, mdosi sasa akatoka kwa nyumba, akauliza ni nini. Kwanza nikasikia akiuliza ni nini in Swahili. And I was like, mimi ni Mkenya, tafadhali nisaidie, unataka kunirape, please, nisaidie, fungueni. Unifungulie, tafadhali nifungulie. And the guy immediately was like, open the gate, open. Guys, God does exist. Guys. Me, I've seen God in so many ways, and I still sometimes I'm like, I doubt him, and I'm like, wow. But he gives me more reasons not to doubt him. Why am I crying? This is an emotional one, guys. I found my fellow Kenyan, and they opened the gate for me. They saw I was naked. It was so embarrassing where they were, and I was shaking, and I was crying, and it was like, they were like, calm down, don't talk, because I was trying to tell them, please, my friend is being raped, let's go back for her. And they were like, no, we can't go back for her, they might be armed. And I was like, yeah, it's true, they're armed, but please, let's just go back to them. And I was crying so much. I was crying, guys. I was crying like crazy. I was like, let's just go back. And they were like, let's call the security, like backup security, so that we can be able to go. We can't just go like this, the two of us. We don't have enough backup. And I was like, it's okay. So the Kenyan guy was like, guys, please give her some clothes, and give her, I wanted a phone, and he was like, give them a phone. I was just like, so thank you so much. So he told me he can't let me inside the house because he had already violated their rules by letting me in. It would be more worse if he let me inside now the house. So he left me outside there with the watchman. They gave me I was still very thankful, very thankful till today. I thank God, bless that man, and bless these two watchmen who actually talked to me, and they gave me their clothes to wear and a phone. I called my boyfriend, and he was like, why? I went home, where are you, what's happening now? By this time everything is happening so fast. I think now it's around 2 o'clock, and he was like, I told you to stay in the house. And I was like, no, don't start this right now, don't start this right now. I just need someone to tell me things are gonna be okay. I said, why did you leave the house? What? Yes, he was right, but that was not the time. So he was still so loving and supportive, and he was like, let me come to you right now. It's so dangerous. Even him himself, he can't move alone. He had to go and get his Sudanese friends to bring him. He had as escort, and when he came, he took me, and yeah, I was just there with the watchman the whole time. And actually we had these guys looking for me. They were going round and round looking for me, even telling my friend to call out my name, but the guys told me to keep quiet. So my boyfriend came, and we left the place, and I had to go back to where we were. I was showing them where we were, and we were looking for the other girl. We didn't get her. So we went back. They escorted us till our home, guys, and I went to sleep. Tried to call actually before going to sleep, I tried to call the other lady. I couldn't get her. And let me just say, this incident also happened for a reason, because I got to find out that lady actually really betrayed me in a very, very bad way. I can't even talk about it here, but she really betrayed me in a bad way. She had betrayed me even before this day, and I stopped talking to her ever since. But before I stopped talking to her, morning, this girl, the Ethiopian girl, called me and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm okay. How are you?" And she's like, "I'm okay, but guys, she was like, "I'm okay, but you know they had to rape me, both of them, because you ran away." And they were telling me, and they were, after that, that's when they started looking for me, and they were telling her if they get me, they will kill me for sure. They were going to kill me. So she was telling me it's good that they did not find me. Guys, it was crazy. So this following day is when now, like, everyone had the story, and her friend was asking me, "How are you with this lady? Don't you know she's your enemy? Like, she has done you so much bad." So guys, everything happens for a reason. I happened to be with this chick who had betrayed me in a very bad way, and I didn't even know. I was just being her friend nicely, and we got into this shit, and she gets raped by 2 men, and I don't get raped by anybody. I felt bad for her. I feel very sorry for her, but she still did me dirty like that. So I never talked to her ever again. Like, we had talked in the morning. I told her sorry, I was going to see her, but I didn't go to see her. I was just like, hands up, this is too much. So that's how our friendship ended, and that's how that story ended. And I didn't even take like 2-3 days. I booked a flight back to Nairobi, one-way ticket, and yeah, that's how I left Juba, on a very bad note. Like, it erased all the good memories I had in Juba, guys. Oh my god, all the good memories. I left Juba a bitter woman. I came back to Nairobi very bitter, depressed. But this story for another day, guys. Today is International Women's Day, guys. Protect your women out here in this world. Women go through a lot. Women are very strong in many ways. We need the men's support. We don't need them to assault us. We don't need them to molest us. To just protect the women in your community, guys. Women are precious. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like the video, like, and do subscribe. Now, love.